Good evening, Speed Gaming. We have got a heck of a race for you tonight in our spoiler open Speed Gaming Live tournament. We have Matt7898, last year's Speed Gaming Live champion, against Gammachuu, who really needs no introduction. So, with that said, I'm Drossi. I'm here with my buddy Fear Agent. He's got to give Gammachuu an introduction.
Yeah, it's Gamma. There it is. Next to the best player in random, Matt7898.
Yeah, no, Matt sure made bank last year with how much money
Yeah.
was in the pot for SGL.
Yeah. So we're doing a spoiler log, and I'm just warning everyone right now. I can't pretend that I don't know where the items are. I think what the most interesting thing about spoiler log races as opposed to regular rando is that we know where everything is. Now, in this game, this race specifically, and why we're talking a little bit early, we've got a couple more minutes before they start. The opening of this race is going to determine the winner because everything is early. Everything we've looked at, everything it's early.
That's true in spoiler log in general that the opening usually determines the winner.
Because we've got it all here. We've got a Moon Pearl Lumberjack, so we've got an Agaseed. Now, there's a really big question that's going to happen in this race, and is it, do you get the lamp? Because it takes a lot to get the lamp in the seed, and as we follow along, the question is, do you take the time to get the lamp to do Aga 1? What do you think? What do you think, Drossi? Do you think both if either of the runners gets the lamp?
I'm expecting neither of them to get the lamp, though. That would then be, do they get the fire rod for Aga 1, or do they just do the thing totally in the dark?
I think you get the fire rod. The thing is, as we watch this, boots are going to be early. Lots of stuff is going to be early. We're going to go fast and furious in the seed. We might see Vin Diesel pop up, hit a little nos or something to get things going. But things are going to move very fast, and we've already got divergence. We see the sword in Link's house. We see the glove in the back of Sank.
Those are both good openings.
Yeah.
Looks like Gamma's going to farm bombs.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I don't know if I like Matt's opening. He got the glove and was hoping for a bomb drop in the 50-50 pull. He got neither, so he's going in and out, but he's going to be going this way as well. And what Gamma did was he was able to get a bomb. Oh gosh, so much divergence.
Matt's going over to Saha. He's not even dealing with Kakariko.
Wow.
Gamma's over to Kak.
Wow. Okay, so divergence. I told you this seed's going to be fast and furious, and we're going to see a lot of divergence. So Gammachuu is prioritizing his boots, whereas we see Matt heading over to Saha to prioritize the flute.
I mean, both are good ways of getting around the map.
They are. They really are. So I understand what Matt was doing there by getting the glove first. That allowed him to farm up those bombs. He was really unfortunate that it took 3 tries, though. Because now we're going to see Gamma do almost the same thing, I think. He's going to go over to Saha.
Yeah, now he can just bonk that. He doesn't need a bomb.
He doesn't even need a bomb. And Matt's still getting unlucky with those bomb pulls.
He's going to need to get through quarreling brothers to get to the race game somehow.
Well,
he has the 2.
Yep, he's got 2 here. Nope. And nope. Oh my gosh, that is so unlucky. That is so unlucky to miss that many bomb drops in the 50-50s.
You mean it's really just Gamma's luck?
I mean, that's a tough start for Matt there. Now the question again, I posed to chat. Now this is an Aga seed. Normally to do Aga, you need the lamp to get through those dark rooms. But to get the lamp, you got to go all the way to Ice Rod Cave to get the book, and then go to the tablet to get the lamp. That's a lot of time. So again, I put this to chat. Do you get the lamp for your Aga Seed? Fire Rod is available.
I'm guessing no with these runners.
Fire Rod is available, but it's a little bit more time consuming. Matt taking the time to get this heart container here. Not a bad idea. We see Gamma get his Master Sword. And we see Matt in the back of the tavern. Gonna pull out his flippers. So you see that Kakariko is already pretty stacked. We've got a sword and we've got flippers. If you count race game in Kakariko, do you count race game in Kakariko?
Depends.
Yeah. We see the mirror there as well as tempered. So we're already on tempered sword.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why Gamma's timer disappeared.
He's just moving too fast.
I mean, we did have a little bit of inconsistency just to, you know, describe the situation.
I mean, they're about even, right? So
right, but the issue was Gamma started his timer when the study period started, and Matt started his timer when the actual race started, so they're 15 minutes off from each other.
Yeah. So Gamma has all of his stuff. He's down a heart container. But he's out of Kakariko now. It looks like he's trying to farm another bomb here. He can get the guaranteed one at the Bonk Rocks, which he does. We see the free powder there. That's always really nice.
Yeah, definitely a nice place for that, especially, you know, when we have very little health.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so since Gammachuu is going up to the mountain sans book, that tells me he's doing Dark Aga.
Yeah, I mean, it's also... I didn't check where Hammer and Hookshot were. I assume one of them's on the mountain. Otherwise,
he's getting the Hookshot right now.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like Matt is gonna buy some bombs. I think that's for Paradox Cave, maybe. I guess just to have. Can't hurt to have bombs going through this whole thing. Because Gammachoo's now doesn't have a bomb for Paradox Cave. I don't know exactly where the glove is.
Speaking of bombs, Matt going into Ice Rod
Cave.
Cave.
There is some 50-50 pulls right here though that he could do. And that's what he's doing. And Gamma Matt is getting the book.
Matt is doing the book route to get the lamp.
And there's the one. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to take a death here.
Right, because in spoiler races, you don't necessarily rescue the old man, so Gamma would have to fluke back up to the mountain.
Yeah. Gamma's not getting the lamp. There's no way he gets the lamp. Now, you know, Gamma will get that fire rod because he's getting his other glove here, and the fire rod is in Kingston, so he will have a way to navigate through the dark rooms. You know, completely dark is really slow, but having that fire rod actually doesn't change it too much, with the exception he is only on 3 hearts, and you know, it's not the easiest.
Yeah, I mean,
he does get a fairy in a bottle. That's a nice pickup there.
I remember Blue Mail was somewhere relatively easily obtainable, but I can't remember where.
Nope, it's on Graveyard Ledge and Ice Palace.
Oh, so sorry, I was seeing it kind of near Sank when you visualized it. Okay, so they're not getting Blue Mail.
Not getting Blue Mail. I'm not sure if it's along the way in Ice Palace, which they have to do. Big shout outs to our tracker again today. We see that Bombos is required for Turtle Rock. Eastern, Hera, and Meyer are our pendants.
What's Matt getting? Oh, okay.
Matt got the lamp.
Got it. Sorry, I forgot where the lamp was.
Yeah.
As Gamma pulls Fire Rod, so now
he's got his Fire Rod.
Both do Aga without being totally in the dark, and Matt is going straight there.
Yeah, so again, a different approach. I don't know which one is correct. We'll find out at the end. It's hard to say even which one is correct. You know, Matt does need to get that Fire Rod. He does need to get those mitts, but he doesn't really have to worry about Aga now.
By the way, spoiler or not, I can't remember the last time I saw Moon Pro on Lumberjack.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we do have half magic, so I don't think that's really going to be an issue. I think the silvers are also going to be a question. With Pod being a crystal, obviously we need to get a bow before we get to GT. The other bow being in GT, it's going to be curious to see how they route GT to see if they want to get that bow, because it's available, but
yeah, but
I don't know.
When you already have tempered, it's like then you have to weigh like how much time am I gonna save by doing Ganon with the silvers,
mm-hmm.
and how far out of the way is the bow?
So Gamma using that half magic and his fire rod to full effect. You can't light up every torch or every room in here, but the two difficult ones would be the room that he just went through, the maze, and then the room that's coming up here as a free shot.
Still taking him a little bit of time to light the torches. Matt's being a bit faster on the climb.
Yeah, it's true, but...
And now I'm wishing I had done a prediction for blue balls, but oh well.
But... Matt is through a little bit faster, but Gamma is up the hook shot in the mitts already, so... And if you look at what we've got, we're actually really close to go mode here.
Okay, really quick blue ball prediction.
Does the spoiler log tell you how many blue balls there are?
No, it does not.
Oh, okay.
So there is no way chat can have inside knowledge on this.
I don't trust chat, just making sure. I mean, we are 10 minutes in, right? And that opening sequence was really interesting. I think that's what makes spoiler log so interesting, is the fact that it's all pure routing. It is execution, but at this level, you got Matt and Gammachuu, two of the better runners in the community. I'm not too worried about them dying, especially with tempered swords. So,
though I don't know, Gamma with 3 hearts and green mail.
I mean, when we get to Ice Palace and we get to some of the the other dungeons, then we'll talk. But
already, geez.
But not. I'm not worried about Aga Tower. So chat, who's ahead here? Do you prefer Matt's route of getting the lamp and skipping out on the mitts early, or do you like Gamma's route of doing Aga in the dark? Now that we've seen both of their positioning. I
mean, Pod Dark Basement, the lamp does help, even if Gamma has the fire rod. Matt's going to do it just a little bit quicker. Oh, that was only 2 for all that.
Oh, so 2 early ones. I mean, the lamp's really not going to play a part in the seed, I don't think. I'm trying to think of Pod Basement is the big one. They don't have to do the Meyer Basement. I'm not sure why Matt saved and quit there. I'm not sure why the 2 save and quits. He does have an activated flute, right?
Yeah. How would he have gotten to the mountain otherwise? I don't think he rescued Old Man.
I'm just not sure about that one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's faster to do what Matt did there. Maybe he should have mirrored first before the save and quit. That was the mistake.
You definitely see unconventional routings in spoiler, and I really do wonder. I mean, Gamma's now ahead, so clearly what Gamma did was faster.
And that's the hard part, right? Is you're trying to route this all out in 15 minutes. You're trying to figure out the best way to do this and the safest way to do this, because dying is the worst thing, really. You lose so much time when you die, especially in the overworld.
And Gamma still hasn't gotten any heart containers.
Yeah, still on 3. We saw Matt pick up 1 at so
here's where Gamma's clearly ahead, because now Matt has to get his Mitts because he can't use any Dark World portals, and Gamma's just going straight to Dark World.
Right. So we've got to do Thieves Town. It is a crystal. So what we're looking for was
remembering that. Oh yeah, I don't have those Titans Mitts, do I?
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna get some of the stuff from Dark Death Mountain while he's up here. Gamma didn't have the Moon Pearl, so he couldn't do Dark Death Mountain. So this is an interesting divergence that Matt may be saving himself a trip.
Yeah, so there's a couple items here in Dark Death Mountain that the runners need. Once Matt gets these items, he doesn't have to come back up. But here's the thing, Drosy. Gamma only needs to make one more trip up to the mountain because those items aren't required for anything other than what's on top of the mountain.
That's interesting. Matt just released his fairy, so he's got some death warps in the plans.
But he's got the mirror.
Yeah, I don't know why he would do that.
It was probably an accident.
Chat's saying it's accidental.
Yeah, I don't think you release a fairy on purpose in this mode. You're doing, for example, Gamma's in, Thieves Town. 2 hits from pretty much everything here, and you're dead. Most stuff does 2 hearts of damage here.
Yeah, Matt's going for Hookshot Cave.
Yeah. I mean, this trip is required to get, the mitts that we saw. Since he's here, he's going to pick up the 2 items that he needs here out of Hookshot Cave. And then won't have to come back up until he needs to do Turtle Rock. We see that Hera is a pendant. So don't need to have to do that.
He also picks up the red meringue while he's in the area.
Yeah, it's not bad. Gets the ice rod. There's a free heart container.
But in terms of trips, if Gamma really doesn't want to go back up the mountain until he's doing TR, he now's gonna have to drag the statue in pod. He can't do Icebreaker and
Icebreaker. Yep, that's a big one. Icebreaker is a big one.
So either Gamma gives back that time to Matt by going up for Samaria, or he doesn't, but then he gives some time to Matt in Pod and Ice Palace.
So Matt just saved and quit out of... So he mirrored and then saved and quit. Oh, he's getting his fire rod. That's what he's doing. Okay. He fluted over to CAC and then saved and quit. So... If you, I mean, the great thing about having cams is we get to see their reaction, and you can tell that Matt's not happy with the way things have gone for him so far.
I mean, Gamma's now the entirety of Thieves Town ahead, so even giving some time back to Matt, I don't think it's as much as the entirety of Thieves Town.
Yeah. As GFE pointed out, sometimes your brain gets ahead of your route. You start doing things. Oh, I'm going to do this, and they'll forgot. Oh, step 1, I need to go get the fire rod first. So we see Gamma do Thieves Town. That got him his crystal. It also gave him an extra heart as he heads into Skull Woods now. It is important to have that extra heart, I think. It looks like Matt's going to do the same thing. Going to do Thieves Town, and then after they kill Moth and get the item there, they can mirror and finish off the rest of the things that they need. Matt just needs the hammer and the bow. Bombos is going to be along the way as well. But, we know where all that stuff is, so really close to go mode here. And when I say go mode, I mean actually having the items in our inventory.
Right, where they don't need to keep
making
diversions to get the items where they already know where they are.
Right. So again, now we're in the mode. Now we're into the execution aspect. They have most of their stuff that they need. The stuff that they need now is along the way of their routes going into Crystal Dungeons. Now we're into the execution. 4 Hearts Moth at this level should not be a problem, no matter what mail you're on. Gamma doing dash pokes.
Moth not really behaving. Keeps hanging around the top. There we go.
I don't know if I don't like having beams here, but it worked out for Gamma. I think that's why he was doing the pokes. And there's our hammer. So Gamma finishing up his second crystal. Is probably going to get his bow next, if I was to guess.
That reminding us that Gamma also had a fairy, because unlike Matt, he didn't accidentally release.
Right, right.
But Matt will have 5 hearts when he goes to Skullwood, so that'll be a little bit of a benefit.
Yeah, I mean, Moth is really free for these runners. I'd be surprised to see them die to Moth. Obviously, Gammachuu just finished it
now,
up.
This is
with
interesting. Gamma's here. Oh, right. Myers pendant. Never mind.
Right. Yep, Myers pendant. Yeah, spoiler open means that they get a spoiler log with all of the item placement, so there's no hidden information. They have 15 minutes to route their plan out their route, and then the timer starts and you execute it. So they can watch the restream. They can be in each other's channels. They can be watching it right now. And I think Matt might even be in chat. He's probably not looking at chat, but I think I saw him there earlier.
Yeah, I mean, they usually just kind of pop in during the cutscene after grabbing the crystal, if they're in chat at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Bow and Desert, as we said, the other one's in GT.
Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting to see if they want to route the that bow in. It's possible, but they're going to have to make a choice. It's not. I don't know. I haven't looked at all of the item placement in GT. I don't know if it's an easy choice or not, but it is a choice.
Jeez, and Gamma's now like a dungeon and a half ahead, because Matt still has to go into Skullwoods, and Gamma's done the front of Desert.
Yeah, Skullwoods is pretty fast, though. You go straight to the back. There's no cutscenes or anything. But Gamma does have a pretty decent lead here. And as I talked about in the beginning of this race, that book is the difference. Matt took the time to go all the way to Ice Rod Cave to get the book, to go to Ether Tablet. That's an extra mirror transition, and then you have to do the whole animation of the tablet breaking and stuff to get the lamp.
Yeah, and he didn't really gain that much time on the Aga climb.
No, the fire rod makes it pretty free. If it was completely dark, if Gamma did it without the fire rod, then Matt could have made up a significant amount of time. But we saw using the fire rod, and especially having the half magic, you can even miss a couple shots and not really have to worry about it. It makes Aga in the dark not bad at all.
Just one hit short of getting the zero cycle on Landmo, but Gamma gets it pretty quickly anyway.
Yeah. So he's got his bow now. He's got a couple of different options. He can head to Ice Palace. That will get him his bombos and put him officially in Gum. Oh no, because then he needs to go back up to the mountain. Well, he'll get that when he goes up to Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
But you've got Pod and you've got Swamp. Both of them you get a go mode. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the key layout in Pod. I don't know if it's friendly or not. Swamp is obviously just go, and down goes Moth.
Look at that moth kill from Matt.
Yeah.
That's one of the fastest moth kills I've ever seen.
Yeah. Again, shout out to our tracker. I didn't think I said their name, Kanto, for tracking for us today. Really appreciate it.
Chat's only giving it a 9 out of 10. I see how it is.
Yeah. So Gamma choosing Swamp first. There's no real disadvantage or advantage to choosing Swamp over Pod, unless there's like a free heart container or something along the way.
But then this probably means Gamma's gonna go to Ice next.
Why is that?
Just because of being in the vicinity.
I mean, he's got the flute.
Yeah.
So vicinity doesn't actually mean anything. He did pick up the heart container from the sunken treasure there. That's a nice lookout.
I don't know. The amount of time it takes to flute, you could probably run much of the way to Ice.
No, it's still faster to flute.
Well, we'll see what Gamma does then.
I mean, he might go. He might go. The thing is, it doesn't really matter, right? Because you got a mirror from all of the Dark World locations, flute, and then flute either to 5 or to 8, and whether you do it after swamp or you do it after pod or after ice, it's all the same. I think the way you would route it is based off of safeties. Do you get any extra safeties along the way? And I think that's why he chose swamp, is he was able to get the heart container out of the flooded chest. Now he's at a comfortable 5 hearts. So I did mention that there's armor and ice palace. They're not getting that. It is an iced tea room. That's not happening. They're not getting that at all. That's the most out of the way check in all of Ice Palace. So
no one likes iced tea.
I mean, I love iced tea, but not.
I prefer my southern sweet tea.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm being honest, I really want an Arnold Palmer. So
those are good too.
Yeah.
So once again, Matt's gonna be, a solid 1 crystal behind, because Gamma's just about at Argus now.
Yeah.
And that's using Bomb Diver down because Gamma still doesn't have Cane.
Right. Now, I don't know the difference between Go Mode Ice Palace with Samaria and Go Mode Ice Palace with...
I think it's about 15 seconds. P-Train did a video of it once.
Okay. They do need to get to the map chest, which I believe... Is that the first... Oh, where's the map chest?
The map chest is H-Room. So that's actually going to add some time for Gamma because he can't just go mode it, whereas Matt doing Diver Down is going to be able to just go straight to the map chest.
Yeah, I actually think Matt's going to be able to make up some time here because Gamma has to either get a key, which is not along the way, or go the long way around.
Well, we'll see, because now we're doing dungeons in a different order, too. And you're right, Gammo's just gonna flute from here, not run over to ice.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting Samaria now, okay.
I don't know if I like... I mean, this will... Oh, man, this is an extra mountain climb that I don't know. Chat, tell me, what do you guys think? What is this? Is this worth it? With the lead that he has, because he could be watching the restream and see that he has I don't know if Game actually watches the restream because he only plays on one monitor, and he doesn't have room for everything. All right, so Zelga in chat says, if Gamma's watching, I think this is the right play. And if Zelga says that, I'm going to agree with him. Oh man, this is bad for Gamma.
Dead rocked. Okay, gets it out of the way reasonably quickly.
And you see Matt putting that powder to use. He was able to powder the anti-fairy there, or the whatever those things called.
I was definitely an adult before I knew you could powder a bunny beam while it was still under a block.
Yeah, so he powdered that and used the net that he picked up along the way, and now has that fairy back. So nicely done by Matt.
Oh, very nice rail clip there for going down the stairs.
So Matt is in Go mode now. He has everything that he needs to complete all of the crystals and get into GT. Gamma just needs to get an Ice Palace. Is up a Swamp Palace at this point. And it looks like he's going to do Ice last. I don't know how I feel about that. that extra
Yeah,
mountain climb.
we're not even really gonna know who's ahead for sure until they go to TR.
Well, I think Gamma's still ahead. He had enough of a lead to give back. Or enough he had enough of a lead to give some time back, and Matt's got to be careful here. Okay, nicely done.
Yeah, the fire rod, he was so close to getting the puffs down, so not too bad there.
We're still in that situation where one mistake can change things quite a bit. So enough execution available throughout the seed.
But hey, for a moment, we're actually even on the crystal count.
Yeah. Gamma not doing shooter room, which is a heart container. He could have gotten extra heart by doing the shooter room. Gamma still does have his fairy. Yep.
So Matt's saving swamp for last. Interesting. But yeah, Gamma probably does ice faster than Matt does swamp, so he still has lead.
Yeah, Matt picked up that fairy in Ice Palace there. So even there, both have 5 hearts. Still going to be on green mail. We're not going to blue mail.
I didn't realize Matt had grabbed the bug net. Okay, how is Gamma ever going to win this seed then if Matt has the bug net and Gamma doesn't?
I mean, I don't know where was the bug net.
I missed that too.
Oh, it's in the big chest. It was in the big chest.
Big chest of ice?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally missed that.
The big key chest, excuse me.
Oh, big key. Oh, yeah. Okay. So ice.
It's free.
Room,
It's free. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Matt also passing up the heart container in shooter room.
Yeah, that takes way too long to get. All right, so it looks like there'll be one more. Okay, so the last key that he's going to get here is in the Stalfos basement. So not the worst pod. Not a great pod either. The small key layout is pretty lame.
Yeah, especially if you want to, open that middle door. But both runners doing that nice Samaria clip in arena room.
Yeah, nicely done. Nice hammer jump there.
But yeah, well, I mean, I imagine Gamma's gonna be fine in the basement here because he's Gamma, but he doesn't have the lamp and Matt does.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Should we talk about silvers? Should we talk about the route to silvers?
Matt just remembering that he needs a small key here as he gets the arena ledge chest, and that's not a small key. Imagine that.
Yeah.
So that's going to cost a bit of time. So what were you saying about the route to silvers? I didn't actually look up where they were in GT.
Let's talk about it.
Did you find the silver arrows in my tower?
So the silver arrows are in compass room.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think you go for them. That's a bit of a hike.
Is it, though? That's the question. Is it?
We don't have, burner or cape to, go to the back via compass room.
So the silvers are in GT compass room, with the big key being in the vanilla room.
Right, that's
the question.
If you have burner or cape, it's definitely faster to go via compass room and then you grab silvers. But without burner or cape, and at this little health, it's kind of risky.
It's actually pretty free to get. There's a pattern to get through there that's pretty free. The problem being The problem being, and here's the big problem, there are no keys in Hope Room. And there are no small keys in Compass Room.
So they'd have to go all the way to Stalfos Room if they wanted to then go on the right?
Yes. That's the big question that we have here. How do you route to the big chest? To Ice Armos, and do you get silvers along the way? That's a huge question that I'd love to see in chat the arguments for skipping or for getting them. As we wrap up the seed, Gammachuu and Ice Palace going to get Bombos. Matt finishing up Helma here, nicely done, and he just needs to go do Swamp, and then we're going to be up to Turtle Rock. But do you get silvers?
Given the key placement, I'm guessing not. But who knows?
Because you could do. Here's my thoughts. Is you go to.
Are you gonna tell us what you think?
Yeah, I'm actually going to tell you what I think. If you want to get silvers, you go torch to get the key. You grab the other key from the pot. You mirror, basically DM route, but you don't go all the way to DM. You go to the right, and then you go kill Ice Armos, right? That gives you, let's see.
By the way, Gamma just passed up the bug net. We are going to have to ask him about that in the interview.
Yeah. Gamma takes spoiler races seriously, so I don't think he's looking for the bug net in this one.
But Matt got it.
I mean, Matt was down a ferry though, and it was pretty free.
So, are you saying you would get the silvers if you were doing this route through GT?
I would try to find a way to route it to get the silvers. But I don't know. I mean, it's tough.
Wow, while we've been talking, Gamma's about to drop into Cold Steer. That's just incredible.
Yep. Yeah.
Even if he has trouble moving statues.
I mean, Matt not too far along. He's going to have to, he's got a little bit of swamp still to do, but not too far behind. Gamma using the beams there to get some extra hits.
But yeah, now we know that Gamma's very definitely in the lead, like by a solid couple of minutes.
Yeah.
See, he could have fluffed and gotten the bug net.
Yeah, he definitely could have. And he would know that if he had more than one monitor set up, but them's the breaks. Can we get a thing in chat, one of those predictions, or are we still
whether Gamma gets the silvers or not?
Let's see if either runner gets the silvers. I'll be curious to see what people think they do and what actually happens. Gamma making his way up, having a bit of luck with those dead rocks, not getting dead rocked along the way.
Okay, there you go. You can bet on individual runners getting the silvers there, and I hope they won't troll chat by, changing their decisions based on what chat's betting.
I think, and FaZe brings up a good point. With Gamma's lead, I think it's pretty safe to get them.
And Gamma being Gamma, Torch Glitch isn't a gimme for Gamma.
Yeah, I mean, he's practiced enough to where he has the timing down pretty well. I wouldn't put against him, but it is definitely a risk. It is definitely a risk. So, Gammachuu opening up Turtle Rock as Matt picks up crystal number 6.
So Gamma's basically a Death Mountain climb ahead.
Yeah, I haven't looked at Turtle Rock. I don't have the spoiler log up anymore, but we'll see how they route this. See how free or how bad Turtle Rock is today.
Not really think neither of them will go for it.
Yeah, it's out of the way for sure. But it is an option. I think that's what makes it interesting, and I think that's what makes spoiler log races interesting is the choice. It's always kind of boring when there is no choice. You just go A, B, C, D. You know what I mean? And this seed had a lot of choices, especially early on, and we've seen the results of those choices. Matt chose to get the lamp. That's cost him.
Yeah. Though also, you know, Matt choosing to get the glove before going to Link's house and being unlucky with the bombs didn't help matters.
Yeah, those early bomb 50-50s didn't help for sure. I don't know if I liked the route either. I preferred Gamma getting those boots, rushing the boots over rushing the flute.
Especially since that just meant Matt needed more bombs.
So it looks like we've got a vanilla big key here. Two small keys,
right?
Yeah, 2 small keys on the right side. Didn't have to do the single one. I think that might be the compass chest. And then didn't have to do chomps either. Now, does he have to go outside is the question. And Drosy, we might be getting ahead of ourselves. I've seen plenty of good runners have mistakes in Turtle Rock. It happens. It happens to the best of runners.
You know, we're gonna have to go to Laser Bridge with 5 heart screen mail.
Presumably, there might just be 2 keys right up here.
Yeah, I didn't.
But
check.
Yeah, more likely than
seems
not.
Unlikely.
More likely, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both runners know the dashes, the laser skip dashes pretty well though. So, but again, you never know. It is stressful doing these races. So did have to go outside to get the small key out of the big chest.
Right, but even if you're, you know, playing this without a spoiler, once the big key is vanilla, you kind of go to that chest.
Yeah, for sure. Is there one in Crystal Roller? There is not. Okay.
So yes, we are going to Laser Bridge. Gamma has this room pretty well memorized.
Yep. Even using the hook shot to skip past the fire rod, whatever these things are. What are they called?
Fire bars? I don't know.
Fire bars. That's a good. Oh man, Matt taking damage there. Everything does.
And he's down at 1 heart, so he can't take more damage just to, you know, get rid of them.
Yeah, you put that powder to work though, and has to kill this Pokey to get the key. Okay.
That's really costing Matt.
Yeah, that's rough. I missed where the small key on the bridge was, but it looked to be pretty fast.
It was somewhere on the bridge.
As Gamma's already through. I love having the cams for this, by the way. All right, Trinex for Gamma. Looks like he's going with the safe route and just staying in the front. Ooh, that was close. Yeah.
Matt has to take the long way around because he needs that small key out of big chest.
Yeah. All right, there it is. Moment of truth.
Oh no, Matt just takes the fall there. I guess. I don't know if it's nerves or what. Probably nerves.
Yeah, definitely. He knows that he's. I'm pretty sure he knows he's behind, and so, you know, you might start pressing a little bit, Matt's a very competitive dude. If you heard on the 216 podcast, nice plug, by the way. He's a very competitive person, and is really good at the game. So,
And so is Gamma.
yeah, definitely true. All right, so moment of truth. Gammachuu get the silver arrows.
Oof, Matt trying for the laser skip and bonked.
Okay, so you have to head left because there is no small keys right. He does have the mirror out, though. He does have the mirror out.
And Matt grabbed a safety. He got a bottle of red goo.
Okay,
So,
okay. There it is.
Who knows if that also comes... I mean, both runners have a fairy, so it's less likely they'd actually need the red goo, but who knows?
All right, so he is doing the route that I said. He did go grab those keys, and he is heading to Compass Room. Matt going with the backdoor strats. Very aggressive. I like it. Cannot take a hit here. Nicely done. All right. Gammachuu going to get his silver arrows from Compass Room. So there's our answer so far. We have at least one runner going to get those. That was close for Matt.
Wow, that was a
really close.
Great second phase from Matt. I thought he was going to get hit.
Yeah, so did I. That was close. All right, so there's those silvers for Gammachuu. Gonna pick up this key and continue on. And there's that pattern that I was talking about. If he just headed straight down, he would have been fine and wouldn't have taken any damage. But
Yeah. Oh, only takes one heart for one fire bar. That's not too bad.
Chat saying backdoor Trinix is safer. I don't know if I agree with that. I think it's more consistent, as Vortex says. I don't know if I'd consider it safer.
I mean, I like the getting 4 hits in on one run shot, but that's just me.
All right, Matt's got his mirror out too. It looks like we're gonna get both runners picking up silver arrows today.
Oh, wow.
No, yeah, he didn't get the extra key though.
Is there an extra key in the vanilla room?
I don't think I just closed it. I think he needs that. Oh no, wait. I think. Hold on.
Fear having his inner monologue.
Yeah, I closed it, but I got to pull this back up now. So mini Moldorm. There's no key in mini Helmasaur room or pre Moldorm chest room. Is there a key in the last room?
And by the way, thank you, Emergency Horse, for the raid. Welcome to our raiders. You're watching a Link to the Past randomizer spoiler log race.
Matt needs a key, and there isn't one along the way.
Oh no! So he'll have to mirror and then go back to.
Yep. He's got to get the key from the left. Yeah, he's got to get the key under the pot. Oh, he just took it.
But both runners did get silver, so we can resolve that prediction.
That's crazy because no one thought either one. What was the number one prediction? Oh no, Matt! Having a tough time with the fire bars here.
Yeah. Jay McGitt spent 1,000 points and won 61,000 points.
GG's. And two others there too.
So there goes Matt's fairy.
Neither runner getting them was at 64%. That's what makes this so interesting, and I'm so glad I brought it up. Everyone, 64% of you thought that neither one of them were getting silvers, and both of them did.
Or else Magno and Dunka just like to waste their points. But yeah, I think this is now solidly Gamma's game to lose.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's been for a while, but we still got a ways to go. Matt not needing that fairy anymore, so he doesn't even have to waste time there. Gamma already threw Landmo 2 in the I was not even paying attention to those, and he's already through or onto torches too. Matt realizing he still needs to get that key.
Yeah, unfortunate he's walking all the way around.
Okay, so we got the one
big,
big chest.
Interesting. How often do you see that open in a spoiler race?
Not often. There was another small key in tile room. And Moldarm 2 down for Gammachuu. We talked about how important the early game was, and it really did. I know things obviously didn't work out quite as well as Matt had hoped with some of the 50-50 pools, but that early game really set up the rest of the race.
I mean, there have just been so many spoiler races decided in the early game. Not to say that, you can't have a runner taking a bad death and suddenly everything changes.
Right.
But, assuming both runners execute well, the early game can really decide things.
Totally, because, I'm expecting both of these runners who are super solid, excellent, two of the best in the community by far, to perform well. And they have. No one had like a cold stare death or mock death or any. I wouldn't expect any of them to die to those bosses, and they didn't. So it comes down to routing and small things, and those small things added up for Matt.
Matt having a bit of trouble in the gauntlet, though, as Gamma's already taken down Aga 2.
All right, Gammachuu dropping into Ganon, fully equipped. Has a tempered sword and silver arrows that no one thought he would get. Ooh, Matt misses a shot and misses another shot.
And Ganon's quoting Spaceballs today.
Yeah, Gamma set up to get the 1-in-1 here as well. Nice dashes. Get the double spin. Just a couple more dashes and he's good to go. Nicely done by Gamma. Silver arrows are out. The hard part about this game, especially in this mode, it is so amplified in this mode, is when things go bad, as GFE had pointed out in chat, it's hard not for them to keep going bad. Stuff magnifies itself.
Yeah, because you're behind because you can check on your opponent, and then you just kind of get in your head.
Right.
Ooh, Gamma even got the torch glitch. Imagine that.
Yeah, I don't think I actually wanted to get the torch glitch, but it worked out, and there you go.
So
GG's to Gammachuu as he gets the W here. Not sure who he will be playing next, but GG's to him.
And that's an official race time of 106.34 or 51.34 of actual racing.
And this is the winner's bracket, right? They both won one so far, is that right?
So Matt's still in it.
Yeah, Matt's still in it. Still a super scary opponent. Do not want to see him if you're still in the brackets, because he was like one of the top 2 or 3 seeds, right, in this thing.
Yeah. Let's see if I can dig up the bracket. So the winner of this will play the winner of Relkin versus Andy, as Andy just beat Aussie about an hour ago and is advancing in the winners bracket.
Okay. And Aussie was last year's winner of this mode, wasn't he? Did he win the tournament?
Aussie won the last spoiler log tournament, which is summer 2020.
Okay, yeah. That would be good.
And meanwhile, the loser of this match will be playing the winner of Ashdor versus Telethar.
Okay. So, something to look forward to if you're Ashdor Telethar is you get to play matt7898. Good times.
Yeah, and Relkin and Andy know that, whoever wins has the honor of playing Gamma. Not going to be a cakewalk for either of them, even as phenomenally good as Relkin and Andy both are.
Gamma's showing why he's a force to be reckoned with in this mode, though.
And we should also note that Gamma also played a cross keys match today.
I mean, we don't have to talk about that since he was the winner, but yeah, he did.
he wasn't, well, right.
He's
he was the winner of this, he wasn't the winner of the cross keys match.
Yeah. Let's bring him down a peg a little bit. Spoiler, lost the cross keys. He is going to join us. He's going to wait for Matt to finish up here.
Yeah, now that Matt's on phase 3 and all.
A couple of silver arrows in to Gamma, or to Ganon. Matt probably want to put a couple of silver arrows in.
Well, that's one way to do your fight, just shoot silver arrows into your opponent.
Yeah.
So get your GGs in chat for Matt7898.
GGs to both of our runners. Fun race, really fun race. Was kind of hoping for one of those NFL style comebacks that we saw today. If you watched any of the NFL games. Not today, says Gammachuu. I'm a
Patriots fan. They actually managed to, hold their lead.
Yeah. All right, so we got Gammachuu in the waiting room. We'll see if Matt wants to join. And there they are. Just give us a second. Bring him up here. And we are joined by our competitors today. Gammachuu and Matt7898. GG's, guys.
Yep. GG's.
Hey, GG's, Matt.
GG's, dude.
So that seed, man, that, the end game is what it is, but the real questions came right out of the gate. Like, that lamp, that's the big one, I think, to talk about. So give us, Gamma, your thoughts, why you didn't do the lamp, why you didn't go for the lamp, and Matt, why you prioritize the lamp, maybe.
I guess I'll go first. I would have died if I didn't get the lamp, 100%.
You didn't want to get the fire rod?
Suppose I could have got the fire rod, couldn't I? I don't know. I just had it in my head that, like, do East Death Mountain in one trip later on. I did the hook shot anyway. It's not like the lamp's that much further away from the hook shot.
But you got to go all the way to Ice Rod Cave, then you got to go up the mountain to get the tablet, and you got a mirror, and then you got to do the tablet stuff. And
I guess, but you still get like a lot of that time back, just even in pod, and I don't know. Like Agate Tower with a fire rod kind of sucks. Even still, like it's not as fast as the lamp. Like you're probably losing like 3 or 4 seconds there, maybe a few seconds in pod. I don't know. I just thought it was worth it.
And Gamma.
Yeah, I was really thinking hard about grabbing that early on. And my only big problem was like, okay, I get the fire rod. Where am I going to get magic? I don't know where I'm going to have magic so I could use fire rod shots. And it didn't dawn on me until like last 3 minutes of the study session. Wait, there's a half magic. I already have routed in early on. I'm going to have full magic. So I'm capable. I'm comfortable doing our Aga with fire rod. I've done it a couple of times already. So I, know where to throw the fire rod shots at. And with that lamp, I figured, yeah, I really don't need that. I have half magic. I'll have my, in case things go, south, I'll have my fairy in a bottle from Paradox, so I should be good. I felt comfortable with that.
Matt, things just kind of right off the bat didn't start your way with all those 50-50 pulls that you're trying to get.
Yeah, I was getting pretty mad about that. But
Yeah, that's a tough way to start
is.
the seed, because you saved and quit, or you got the mitts or the gloves from Sank, and then saved and quit and pulled those rocks, and we're just not getting any bombs. Did you think about routing in boots before getting the flute, or kind of tell me about your process of routing this early on?
I don't know. I just thought, like, even if you go get the boots, you still have a bomb problem. Then you just have to go right back for activate the flute. Like, I figured the boots didn't save enough time for going all the way back to Kakariko versus walking to Sasrula versus boots.
I see.
I mean, I don't know, man. The routing of these things is certainly not my strong point. So,
this one was tough, especially early on. I feel like, because everything was just in the light world, it's like, how do I get all of this stuff? How do I pack it all together?
Yeah, I never really considered doing anything else. Like, there's no good bombs. Like, you get a tier 2 triple, but that takes forever. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure. So you got the sword. Yeah, it is slow. Gamma, tell me about your early routing, because you did prioritize those boots and.
Yeah, so I just went straight for the boots. I wanted the boots first, and I saw the flute was right there in back of Saha. I'm like, I don't think it's too terrible to just, you could single dip Kakariko, I guess, with boots and flute activation, but I don't think the time difference is that big of a deal. So I just wanted those boots right away. I could go straight to get the flute. Didn't have to worry about bombs. Luckily, the 50-50 was nice with me. So I didn't really have to struggle too much. It just seemed pretty straightforward to me. Just, I guess going up the mountain, I needed one bomb at least so I could hit the switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was farming right there, and the 50-50 rocks up there. Like, nothing, I didn't get any in the first round. I screen transition again. At least I got one.
Yeah. So. What about going back for cane? Because you could have just put the cane off, and when made a single trip up to the mountain to get cane and
I will admit, I only did that because I saw Matt do that, and I thought about that so hard. I put off Pod and Ice Palace till the end, because those are the real big dungeons where Samaria would benefit from. And I didn't know for a longest time, as I'm going through clearing out dungeon, the go modable dungeons. I'm like, I don't know. And then I see Matt did it. I'm like, okay, well, I think he just made my decision easier and just did that. Because I don't know if it's actually, I'm pretty sure it's a time save. I didn't know.
I think
because there was a small key in freezer room, so I could have just gotten the key from freezer room to map chest. But I don't know. I don't know, because the climb is a minute just to get to Moria. But I don't know, honestly.
Were you watching the restream? Because it felt like you knew you were ahead, so you had time to give. I don't know. That's kind of.
Gosh, when I was in Pod, I saw Matt was in Pod too, and I thought, oh my gosh, he's already. How am I one dungeon behind? I thought he was already done. I thought that was a 6th crystal, and then I cleared out ice, my 6th crystal, and then I see it in Swamp Hell. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's actually a little behind. Okay, I feel a little comfortable now. I just thought since I went into Pod, like, oh, I'm one dungeon behind already. This is terrible. What did I do to screw up or something?
Right.
But,
and then I'm curious, because we actually had a poll going about silver arrows, and the majority of people voted that neither one of you were going to get silver arrows. Was that always in your plan for both of you to get those silvers?
Those silvers are 100% worth it. Like, how? Like, that's I think for sure a time save.
I think it is a time save, because you're going
you
all the way to big
you had to go to the left.
anyways.
You had to go left to get keys, and then Matt, you didn't pick the key up from the pot, so you had to go all the way to the big chest too.
Yeah, that was. Well, I was at that point. I knew I was fucking.
Yeah.
I was done, and I was just like kind of tilted. Honestly, like it was.
Yeah.
I just had made too many mistakes by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about it early on. I don't plan my GT route at all. I saw initially, though, when I was looking for bows, where the bows at. Like, okay, there's one in Compass Room, but I didn't pay attention where the big key was at all.
Mhm.
But if the big key was somewhere, let's say like in Rando room, I still think I would have done it just in case I screwed up the the torch glitch.
Yeah.
Just because I knew I was kind of like, little buffer I could use ahead against Matt. But
Mhm.
if I was, if it was neck and neck, I would have skipped it completely. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. But in this situation, I feel like it's worth it. You're going to big key room.
And Gamma, I know you're afraid of playing this mode without Gold Sword. So did you ever think about making a drop into Waterfall Fairy?
No, that was not gonna happen this time.
I know you like to waste time to go, rescue old man to get a sword and stuff. So I was wondering.
This time the swords were just as free as they come.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's just I considered doing the water walk if I was gonna get the lamp, like water walk from Ice Rod Cave, but I did see where the 3 swords. I'm like, no, they're free. The gold sword's not worth it here.
So really, the big question is Gamma skipping Bugnet.
Okay, well, I probably would have grabbed it if I knew I was slightly ahead, but like in pod area, when I was in pod, I just thought he was, I'm a dungeon behind already. How did this happen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when you pull up the spoiler log, this is a question for both of you, and you see the Moon Pearl and Lumberjack, what's your first thought? Matt, we'll start with you.
I mean, great, amazing. The Moon Pearl's behind the boots. Like, this is exactly what I want. Yes, that was my first thought.
Gamma?
It took a while. I didn't think it was an Agaseed. I saw the cape and the swords, and I was thinking, this looks like an Agaseed. I don't look for where Pearl is in the log until kind of late, and then I realized, oh, it is actually an Agaseed. Okay. I got a little scared with the early boots, how free they were, because I said it before to other people. I don't want early boots versus Matt, because the dude runs, NMG. He's good with boots. I don't want that. I'd rather be bootless until like GT. I don't want to lose any time versus him and having the boots in the long term.
Yeah, this was the perfect seed for me against Gamma, and I just didn't play well at all. So is 100% my fault. Like, when I saw the log, I was like, well, because I was thinking the same thing before this. If this turns into like some weird, like lampless 80 keys, weird like seed, then I'm dead. But if I can get Tempered Sword and boots in the first like minute and a half, which is exactly what happened, then like that's kind of what I need.
Well, tell me. You say you didn't play well, but tell me why you think you didn't play well, because I didn't really notice a ton of mistakes.
I mean, there was a lot of small things, right? Like a bunch of like missed flutes, going to the wrong place, and trying to lift up the Mitts rock when I didn't have Mitts, misreading where I was going in pod, messing up the pokey key because I was looking at the log trying to figure out where Laser Bridge was or what was on Laser Bridge, and it was just. I don't know. Like getting someone as good as Gamma, that is the stuff that adds up very quickly. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I get it. I mean, when you're at the level that you two are at, there's very little margin of error, and those errors, can really add up. So, but this is not the end, Matt. You move down to the losers bracket. You're going to be taking on the winner of the, what was it?
Azure versus Telmiran, Telethar. I always get them confused.
Telethar, yeah.
Telethar.
Yep. And then, so Gamma
gets a cakewalk. He just gets to take on the winner of Relkin versus Andy.
Yikes.
So, Gammachuu, who would you rather face?
Neither. I mean, they're both really good, right? Andy being around the rando scene for several years now, and Relkin also being very top-notch in this spoiler log mode. So, either one's going to be hard to go up against.
Well, good luck to you both in the rest of this tournament. It was a really fun race to watch, and glad we got to be a part of it.
Yeah, this was fun. Yeah, glad I got to have a match versus Matt. So this, GG's again, Matt. Good luck in the next round.
You as well.
Thanks, and thanks to you two guys as well, Fear and Drossi, for putting up the restream and Tracker, Kionto.
Yeah, and Matt finally got what he wanted, as he talked about on that
Well, I know. Hold on, let's not go that far.
He wanted to race Gammachuu, and here it is. You guys racing against Gammachuu.
Yeah. Well,
all right, GG's to you both.
Yeah, GG's. Thanks again.
All right, later, guys. Thanks again.
GG's. And that's a good segue into upcoming races, because that Azure versus Telethar race to determine who Matt's facing in the next round is at 6:15 Eastern tomorrow, and the Relkin versus Andy race to determine Gamma's next opponent is at 7:15 Eastern on Tuesday. So put those on your calendar.
Put those on your calendar and smoke it. Jossie, thank you so much for inviting me to do this. It's been fun to con with you, and with the league coming up, we're going to do some more comms, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this was a lot of fun, and huge shout outs to Counto, our tracker, who had to be clicking fast and furious given how this seed was laid out.
Yep.
So, yeah, huge shout outs there. Again, give the runners a follow. Also give the Speed Gaming channel, Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6 a follow, because that's where all these fantastic races are going to be.
That's going to do it from us. See you there next time. League coming up.
Have a good night, everyone.